The next award that we're giving out is one of the newer awards that we've started about 3 years ago, and that was one of the reasons why I came back on the board, because I was trying to promote agriculture and the agricultural industry in this area. You know, I came in as obviously a loan officer working in banks and doing financing, and understood the chamber to be business oriented and downtown businesses and all the communities in this area. And so now I've actually tried to strive, with the help of the board and everybody helping out quite a bit, realizing how important the agricultural industry is in this community. So now we have decided to incorporate a couple of ag awards into our program. The award that I'm going to present is the 2012 Agricultural Leader of the Year. And the sponsor for this award is Central Kentucky Ag Credit Association. Mr. Richard Medley, who's representing Ag Credit, he would not present this award, so that's why I have to. He started farming under the oak tree, collecting acorns and grass clippings from the front yard, and graduated to riding on the floorboard of a combine or the fender of a tractor with his dad or older brothers. He began his own farming operation in 1998 after graduating from Campbellsville University, raising tobacco and feeder cattle while working a public job as a social worker. A year later, he purchased his first farm of 70 acres from his dad and became the fourth generation to farm this land. With the expansion of this farming operation and working long hours, he still had time to smooth talk a lot a hometown girl into marrying him and becoming a significant partner in this operation. This young lady obtained her degree from Eastern Kentucky University and her master's degree from the University of Louisville. She is currently employed by the Bullitt County School System as an occupational therapist. This couple has since expanded their operation with a recent purchase of a 455-acre farm on Michael Road, and is currently farming about 4,000 acres to include leased and partnership land. This operation spans over several counties from Mercer to Jefferson. Their operation now consists of mostly row crops, which include corn, soybeans, and wheat, 60 acres of tobacco, over 300 head of cattle, 2 donkeys, and 3 girls, Lakin, Addison, and Sydney Kate. This operation, with the assistance of several employees and family members, still has room for family time. With 3 girls who love the farm as much as their parents, there is still time for vacations, ball games, creaking, they know what I'm talking about, or just riding in the cab of a combine or a tractor during planting and harvesting. There's not a country song played on the radio about tractors, combines, or any type of farming that these young girls don't know the words to. As busy as all this must sound, this couple had a true passion for farming and for their local community. Some activities for James include Washington County Cattlemen's Association member and past officer, Kentucky Cattlemen's Association member, National Cattlemen's Association member, Washington County Young Farmers Association member and past officer, State Young Farmer Association member and past officer, Washington County Farm Bureau Board member and past officer, served on various committees for Central Kentucky Agricultural Credit Association, Kentucky Soybean member, National Soybean Association member, I copied all this, Corn Growers Association member, Burley Cooperative Tobacco member, and was also, something I forgot, he was also state young, he wasn't, they were, excuse me, they were also State Young Farm Family of the Year in 2010, which is a very distinguished award. Tara's activities include taking care of the kids and keeping up with the books while James is attending all these activities. Since 2005, she has been the chairman with James for the Washington County Mentally Handicapped Association annual Christmas dance and auction, where she works diligently to ensure its success. She's also served on the St. Dominic's Finance Committee. They are both active members of St. Rose Catholic Church, where James is past parish council member and Tara is current member of the bereavement committee. Our 2012 Ag Leader of the Year, which is sponsored by Central Kentucky Ag Credit and Association, is James and Tara Osborne. I think he wants to kill me.
Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. Gosh. Do you girls want to sing a song? Help him out here. He's got tears in his eyes.
Yeah. I was trying to think of something funny so I can get rid of this knot in my throat. So, Dodie, you said Springfield State Bank has a little more equity than you do. I probably got a little more debt in here than everybody put together. Judge, you said something earlier in your blessing about community, and it's been mentioned several times. And I can't thank everybody. There are so many people in here, and I don't mind telling my age. I'm 38 years old. There's people in here that have fixed me pancakes when I was a baby to doing stuff today that helped me to do what I do today. And Will, you go on and do what you want to do, but I hope someday you come back and provide something for this community, okay? And I've explored a lot of things. I've done a lot of things because of opportunity, because of my family, and how I got this lucky right here. I got real lucky, but I just want to thank everybody in this room. There's so many people in here that I'd like to thank, but I'm not going to call everybody's name out. So I will say I have let somebody, she's going to roast me tonight, is Jelita Nance. She has asked me to do something the past 2 years, and I've let her down. But she has been very advocate about agriculture at the Harvest Festival. And I kind of regret that, Jelita. I'm sorry. I really do. Because it is very important to me. And I want to thank you for trying so hard. And I hope somewhere down the road, you know, it'll pay off and maybe things will work out. So anyway, thank you all. One more thing. These are my 3 girls. That's all my family back here. And something else, one more thing. I'll be done. My dad's fixing to turn 72 years old. And it was really weird on New Year's Day. We were all sitting in the hospital, and we have never done that in our life. We've never been in the hospital. And from that day right there, that was, I know it wasn't good for you, Dad, but as a family, you know, we got to think about a lot of things. So anyway, that was a very special. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah, he is glad to see my dad back there. Hey, Dad, this is his first time out since what he's been through, so didn't even realize he was here. So, the next award we've got is the 2012 Agricultural Achievement Award. And this kind of goes out to somebody that's done a lot over the years as an, you know, a longer time span, obviously. This award is sponsored by Clemens Ag Supply. One of the representatives from Clemens, or both of you can come up. And the presenter for this award is going to be our new oncoming president, Mr. John Weiss.
I got it right here.
This category made me a little nervous this week because the recipient of this award came in the office to see what he could do to get out of being here tonight. He begged and pleaded, is there anybody else that can take my tickets? So I've got to know him over the last couple of years. He is one of the board members at Farm Bureau, and I'm honored to be up here tonight to read a little bit about him. Mr. Joe Bill Holman was born in July 8th. He was born July 8th of 1928 to Joe T. Holman and Julia Holman. As one of 7 children raised during the Great Depression of the 1930s, he and his siblings had their share of household and farm chores. Such chores often include handling firewood and coal, in addition to feeding and caring for the lambs, hogs, and chickens. During this time, almost all produce was farm raised, and families felt very blessed to have food on the table in a warm home, especially with so many that were doing without the bare necessities. Shortly after he began farming with his father, Joe Bill entered the Army. There he served about 2 years, being stationed in Okinawa for most of his duty. And after serving in the Army, Joe Bill began his career in partnership with his father, Joe T. Holman, on their 400-acre family farm. They stayed busy with the cattle, the sheep, and tobacco. In June of 1959, he married Ruth Scott, who was his wife for 50 years. And they had one son, Tom Holman, who is now involved in their everyday farming operation. During the next 50 years, Joe Bill had several outside interests where he taught Sunday school at New Hope Baptist Church. He also served as deacon of the church and finance committee. Among his favorite pursuits was serving on the Washington County Conservation Board, and he was grateful for this opportunity to help administer programs helping the farming community through the conservation of our land and water. Currently, Joe Bill serves as a director of the Farm Bureau Board. He is also the president of the Washington County Co-op Warehouse. At age 84, he still stays busy helping around the farm with his son Tom to maintain the family farm, and together they run a cow-calf operation and backgrounding operation as well. Although they feed some grain, the majority of their feed comes from homegrown hay. They feel very, very blessed to have had a career in farming, and that they were able to work together as cattle producers while enjoying the beauty of God's wonderful creation. So put your hands together for Mr. Joe Bill Holman.
It is a wonderful county to live in, Springfield, Kentucky, our farm people, state bank, and all those great opportunities we have had. I enjoy this award and look forward to young guys like James Osborne and many others having a longer and a better life than I have had. I thank you.